you know, we felt like our game plan was we needed to serve aggressively, which I think was, you know, I think the players are sick of me always saying we have to win the serve and pass game. We have to win the serve and pass game. But a lot of times when we win, you know, that's the key. And, you know, you look at other matches where we've lost. Actually, our two most recent losses, I think we lost the serve and pass game, and I think that was a primary difference in the match. So that was a big key. And then that's taking them out of system. I mean, you look at their numbers. Number 2, Jones,
Right.
at least in the match that we saw, that kid was a stud. She doesn't get a ton of balls, but she got a few balls. She got 3 swings tonight because they didn't have opportunities to get the ball to her.
Well, even Clark Bibbs, she had 11, and she had half of those in the third set.
Yes.
So she wasn't swinging at all
And
in the first 2
she
sets.
is a monster. I mean, she was hitting 400, and we were trying to figure out how we were going to defend her. But if you can't get the ball in the net, you know, either with our attacking or our serving, again, it neutralizes them so much.
And certainly you played the first 2 sets very good, but obviously the plan to come out, Victoria, while she had 5 kills in the third set, she also had 5 errors, and I think got her frustrated pretty early with those couple of blocks she threw up on the pin.
Well, we did talk about blocking some. You know, it's not that it was anything, anything novel, but we really talked about we needed to shore up our seam. So our middle needed to push with the seam, and our right side, and we said even if you overlap some with your hands, we've got to get that area of the court covered. Because we felt like she was just breaking through us a good portion of the time. I thought early in the match she was hitting our hard angle, so we adjusted where we didn't see her hit hard angle on tape, so we were giving that up. So then we adjusted our defense there, and Kate actually had a really good dig late in the game against her. But I thought our block just needed to get stronger and, you know, work together as a unit.
We did something. They hit 100 points below their normal average, and I think you're right. I think you had them on their heels most of the night with the serve and pass game. And certainly Amanda Foju's 2 aces, that kind of got it going because they hit 400 in the second set.
Yeah, I actually didn't notice the huge discrepancy.
So you normally think if I hit 400, I'm going to win the set.
And if the other team hits below 300, yeah.
But you had 3 aces in that. Actually, you had 4 aces in that second set. They had 3 errors, and we kind of said at intermission, the difference of 7 points was really from the service line.
Serve and pass.
There you go. The other thing, got to commend Kenzie Crawford coming in tonight and everything, doing a good job, really spreading the ball around.
Yep.
You look at your 4 big hitters, 14 swings, 16 and 18. They all got their fair shot tonight.
You are echoing what I just said in the locker room. I said this is great offensive parity. You know, if I'm an opponent, I'm saying, well, they really could go anywhere. I thought the exact same thing. I thought Kinsey really set a good match tonight.
Yeah, we were talking, and sometimes Marissa Wilkinson, not by our fans, but may get overlooked. You know, they're going to look at Jess Bird. They're going to look at Jaylee Winters, at Lauren Smith. But I thought Marissa had an outstanding match tonight, and the way she hit the ball, like we said, she could hit it hard. She took some off-speed shots, hit the line. She did everything correctly.
Yeah, Marissa had a great match, got some blocks at the end. You know, we've talked about this week. I did not think we did it, but we've talked about we've got to use our middles more. And actually, we did use it. There was other opportunities I thought that we could have, but that is a big priority because Marissa's a great player, Lauren's a great player, and we know we've got great pins, but I think to be great, we've got to have offensive parity so teams don't know where we're going.
And some of the stats kind of belie it. We were kind of going through the match, only 19 digs on the entire match. You guys have 19 digs in a set, much less, you know. But it was just a weird, different type of match that you didn't need to dig a lot of balls. Your serving game was good. They were just hitting balls out of bounds. And
yeah, I think, you know, Arkansas, what we saw on tape was they're highly offensive. You saw they're an extremely physical team, but their defense and passing is probably their weakest point. So we said, you know, we need to be the blue-collar team tonight. We need to outwork them. We need to outdig them. And so that was kind of the priority. But I agree, the points were short. I think some of it, you know, we terminated or they terminated. But I do think we're going to face some better defensive teams in the next 2 days.
I think you will. Taryn Cloth, you're obviously continuing to work her into the lineup, trying to get her to feel a little bit more comfortable. Looks like she's playing 4 rotations opposite Mel. You know, but that's something difficult to get used to. She hasn't really played until about 10 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, Taryn's a work in progress. We know how great Taryn can be, and we're seeing it some in practice. I think there's a couple things. A, she's got to be confident, so we're kind of working through that. She's never played right side, so we're throwing into a position on top of an injury that she's not comfortable with. But we see a lot of potential. We wanted her to have the opportunity to work through that tonight. I think you'll see her just continue to develop throughout the year. Great kid, wants to be great. I think that's going to be kind of a fun progression as we continue to watch.
Talk about, you said you got tougher competition. We saw the earlier match, really a very competitive one, even though Wisconsin won it in 4. That fourth set could have gone either way. It could have been 5 sets. Talk about Wisconsin and K-State.
Great teams. I thought it was not only a great match, but very high level, like you said. Wisconsin has, I don't even know if it's arguably, because I think most people would say it, the best setter in the country is going to be on our court tomorrow. And if people are volleyball fans, they should just come out and watch her. I think she'll be our future Olympic setter. She is a blast to watch. She can distribute all over. She's one of their best blockers. She's just a really great player. And then they've got great pieces all around her. But I think she just really is the glue to make Wisconsin great. K-State really impressed me today. I kind of expected Wisconsin to look the way they looked. I knew K-State was off to a great start. I knew, I know they're well coached and they always have competitive teams, but I would say they were even better than I anticipated. They've got firepower all over, a very good setter. They're playing really well and confidently, and they were in situations with Wisconsin, especially in Game 3, the game that they won, that I thought they could have folded, but instead they stepped up and got kills, which I was really impressed with too.
I thought their defense, they got a lot of balls up that
Yes.
teams do not get up. And mentioning Wisconsin's setter, and you were probably in the locker room, but the next to last point of the match, she made a remarkable play coming from across the court and found the back deep left corner on a second hit that really, I think, kind of got Kansas State, said, oh my gosh, she put that thing down. How did she do that?
I was actually in here when I was quite impressive.
So, well, I know you got a lot to. We talked to Marissa. Do you like playing one match a day as opposed to the 1 and 2 in a tournament?
Yes, absolutely. But we just don't have enough dates to do
Right,
it. So it's
yeah.
not something that we can consistently do. But we did, we're maxed out on dates. You get 28 dates. You can play as many matches as you want in a day. So that's often why we play 2. But we had 1 date. Kansas had a date. And so that's why we were able to move to the Sunday. So I hope our fans will come out both on Saturday and Sunday. I tell you what.